Good morning, everybody. Make sure they silence their phones before the judge get on.
All right, good. Mr. Jerry, let's see, Mr. Gooding, did he make it on yet? Okay, here come the judge. We're gonna open up court.
Good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes. I am your presiding judge on today. On this morning, we are in our specialty court. And so yesterday in staffing, Mr. Griffin, you were supposed to remind me, I am going to call the veterans docket first on this morning because Tuesdays is designated for Veterans Treatment Court. So thank you in advance for your patience. Please make sure that you continue to be engaged in court on today. You may hear something from someone that may encourage you on your journey. You may hear some information to help you with something that you're dealing with that you think is unusual and extraordinary, and you'll find that it's really not. And so please make sure that you stay engaged today in our specialty court. On this morning, remember that we are in court. We are in our virtual courtroom, and it is also being aired live on YouTube. So that means you need to dress appropriately for court. Make sure that your camera is positioned that I get to see your face. Please make sure I don't need to see everything that you have on. Don't scare me this morning. All right, it's only Tuesday. Please make sure if you have other people in your house or in your environment that may walk past that screen, that they are dressed appropriately. Please make sure you do that. In addition, I'm asking everyone, please mute your device on this morning until I call your case. Mute your device. I will ask you to unmute when I am ready to speak with you. So please make sure you mute your device. With that on this morning, we have our attorneys here. We have our mentor. We have Mr. Kasheri here, our case managers. And so I'm going to start by having the attorneys place their appearance on the record. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Reed. I can see you and hear you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Where's Mr. Fikes this morning? Is he on? I don't see him.
He should be on his way. If he's not on, I spoke to him this morning, so.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking him. I don't see him on my screen. All right, let's go ahead at the top. Mr. Morgan, I see you. Place your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you, Judge Michael Morgan on behalf of Specialty Court Program.
All right, wonderful. I see Ms. Cleveland next.
Good morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager, sobriety court.
Cleveland. All right, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, good morning, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning.
Mr. Yancey. Oh, there's Mr. Yancey.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey, 36th District Court on behalf of Sobriety Court, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Yancey. And then I see Mr. Fikens. Place your appearance on the record for us.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry I'm late. Robert Fikens, P31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I bet that Mr. Reed made a motion that his appearance was for all of his clients today, and I would make a similar motion, Judge.
Yes, sir, he did. Good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. All right, let's go to Mr. Kasheri. If you could place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you. Daniel Kusheri, Veterans Justice Outreach Coordinator with the Detroit VA.
Wonderful, thank you. Good morning. And then Mentor Scott, if you could place your appearance on the record this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Kevin Scott for Veterans Treatment Court Mentor.
All right, good morning to you and thank you for serving. I'm not certain if Mentor Parker is on this morning. Are you on?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I can barely see you. I'm gonna change your name, but I can barely see you. All right, Mentor Scott, if you could place your appearance on the record.
Mr. Parker.
I'm sorry, Parker, and I changed him to Scott too. All right, come
Good morning,
on, Mr.
Judge.
Parker.
Yeah,
Good morning, Jimmy Parker, Veteran Treatment Court Mentor.
All right, thank you so much for serving this morning. I appreciate it. Mr. Morgan, did you have the opportunity to place the individuals in breakout rooms that need to go to breakout rooms?
I did not, Judge.
All right, who do we need to send?
I think we need this. I don't even know if he's on yet. Is Mr. Gooding on?
Judge, we need Mr. Forrester if he's on. He's a new contract, and I believe there's one entertainment ticket. Miss Hudson, if she's on.
She is. All right, where is Mr. Forrester? Is he on this morning?
I'm not for sure who's the Moto E.
I don't see him.
That's
Okay.
Mr. Yancey's
I
presentation.
know what he looks like. I don't see him.
All right, very good. Who wants to go in the breakout room with Miss Hudson?
Mr. Fikens?
I will do that with Hudson.
He's
All
slow,
right.
Judge.
Very good. Miss Hudson and Mr. Fikens, you are both going to, as soon as I create these breakout rooms, you are going to receive an invitation to breakout room number 1. There she is. Please accept the invitation. All right.
Thank you, Judge. I
With
received.
that, I'm ready to call the veterans docket, and I'm starting with Mr. Richardson. Good morning, Mr. Richardson. If you could unmute for me, please. Mr. Richardson, can you unmute for me? There you are.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you now. Good morning to you.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to you, Your Honor.
All right, I have the following matters, SP 106-06801 and case number 2005-723-501. State your name for the record.
My name is Desi Richardson.
All right, Mr. Richardson, how are you this morning?
Yes, ma'am. I'm blessed, ma'am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What have you been doing, Mr. Richardson? Tell me what's been going on with you.
I've been going to these substance abuse classes. I've been in contact with my mentor, Mr. Parker. I've been seeking housing. And
how's that going?
Well, so far it's going pretty good, ma'am. I have a prospect and over off of 8 Mile in Southfield. And they have some work to do to it, but they say around perhaps the middle of this month, I'll go and check it, and the inspectors, the counselors here, will go and inspect it and make sure it comes up to par, up to specifications, and we'll go from there, ma'am.
All right, how are you feeling about that, Mr. Richardson?
Well, I'm feeling very well, ma'am. The house looks very nice. It has some appliances that has to be installed. The yard has to be done. The gentleman said he would install a fence. So with that, you know, I know it takes time, and I'm optimistic about it. Things are looking up.
Good for you, Mr. Richardson. Very good. You're still working on you?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me something.
I've been going to a substance abuse class at the VA hospital, and I've been getting some counseling too. I had some things that's in my past as far as being a veteran, and as far as being a human being, that I needed some issues that needed to be resolved, and I really didn't know that these issues played such an impact in my life today.
Yes.
And my mentality of how I was thinking. And I'd like to apologize for myself that me being the age that I am, 64 years old, some of us bloom later than us. And
Yes.
This seems to have been the situation here. But I'm thankful that I am beginning to blossom and learn a few things about myself that some issues that I need to address. But all in all, the main thing is not to use.
Yes.
And to
Yeah.
stay clean, just for today. I'm going on a little further than 2 years clean, and I'm trying to stay that way. It's a tough fight. Every day it seems like I have to have a little sword fight once I get out of my bed. I have to sword fight with life, but it's okay though. It's okay
Yes.
to be able to work with life on life's terms. And
Absolutely.
also to take the ego out of the scenario, to keep my hands off the wheel and let God do his thing. Because sometimes we get impatient,
Yes.
and outside forces along with ourselves want things to happen right now. And it just
Absolutely.
won't happen right now.
There
It
you go.
happens in his time. And I have to
Absolutely.
realize that, and I have to fight off all the powers to be until he does what he has to do and make it happen on time as he always does.
Always.
Yes,
Look,
ma'am.
Mr. Richardson, I want everybody in this courtroom to join me in celebrating you for your 2+ years of sobriety, because that is a huge accomplishment. And
Thank you.
thank you for sharing that with us,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I hope that it will encourage someone who's new on the journey to
Yes, ma'am.
understand one day at a time, and they too can get 2 years, 4 years, 20 years, 30 years, or what have you. So thank you for sharing that. I'm glad to hear that things are working out with the housing situation. We did have the opportunity to staff your case this week, and there were no reported issues. I just need to make sure that there's nothing additional that needs to be reported. I'm also happy to hear you say, Mr. Richardson, that even though you're 64 years old, you still have an open mind to blooming and blossoming right where you are. And that's important, because the reality is there's some folks that live to be old geezers and they never come to that realization that they need to grow and they need to bloom. And it's never too late to work on your issues. So look, I applaud you for that. I'm very, very pleased with your progress, and I just want to encourage you to keep it up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you so much. And one other thing, Your Honor, I'd
Yes,
just like everybody to know that the fight, even for those who just started and those who have more time than me, the fight is the same each and every day that you wake up.
absolutely.
It's the same fight, and you got to fight even harder. I mean, that unclean spirit would even use loved ones to make you crash and burn. You
Yeah.
got to stay strong out there, you know. And your story with your brother has really enhanced me and gave me a lot of things to think about also, Your Honor. And
Mr.
I thank
Richardson,
you.
Mr. Richardson, I'm gonna see my brother on Friday.
Yes, ma'am. And I thank you for that story, ma'am, of letting me know that it's somebody out there like me that's fighting too, you know? And it's good to know that your brother's still batting 1,000.
Yes,
I'm
he
trying to
is.
do the same thing.
Yes, and you will. And you will, Mr. Richardson. Hang in there. Absolutely. Look,
Thank you, ma'am.
I need to hear from who's covering Mr. Richardson today. Is it you, Miss Cleveland?
No, Your Honor. It was we're gonna have Mr. Kashiri speak. I did not get a chance to call Mr. Richardson after reviewing the case notes in the file from Ms. Robb. She's pretty much doing a pretty good job. I kind of reached out to some other individuals in our specialty courts that needed a little more attention. So we'll have Ms. Kashiri just give us an update on Mr. Richardson, and we're pretty sure it's going to be a good one.
Yes, sir. All right. Mr. Kusheri, tell us about Mr. Richardson. Is he in great shape, in compliance?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Morgan, and thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Richardson is entirely compliant with all of his treatment. as clinically indicated. He has completed outpatient substance use disorder programming with the VA, and he continues to engage in different modalities of treatment to better himself and maintain his wellness and stability. He has already reported his good news on his housing. I've been in contact with his placement. He is compliant with the milieu there and doing everything that he needs to be doing. And we are all very proud of his hard work.
Wonderful. Great news, Mr. Kashiri. All right. Thank you. Mr. Parker, is there anything you'd like to add as to Mr. Kashiri? Oh, I need to have you unmute for me.
I apologize.
There you go.
Yes, Judge. As he mentioned, we have spoken, and he's very positive, and I had the pleasure of speaking to his significant other on Sunday, and
What significant other? Oh, Mr. Parker telling business. What significant other?
Okay, then.
I apologize, Mr. Richardson. I apologize.
No apology needed, sir. Because the judge told me, she said she's been successfully married for a number of years, so she's happy too. So she don't mind that I have a significant other, and it's all right to tell it. I'm a man. I'm a man today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Come on, help us out, Mr. Richardson. Let us know it. That's right. Come on,
I understand that, man.
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. That's why I love the judge so much, because she is a strong woman, and she's not weak by no means.
Not at all.
Yes, indeed. Do your thing.
Come on, Mr. Parker.
So he just about speaks for himself, really. Again, I appreciate the fact that he stays positive, even when he's down, he's positive. And I just want to encourage him to just keep up the good work, and I just look for the day that he graduates, out of the treatment court, and to be able to really go on with his life, and to be able to live the life that he's really looking to live.
Yes.
So thank
absolutely.
you, Judge.
All right, thank you, and thank you for serving, Mentor Parker. All right, either of the attorneys, Mr. Reed, I think you're the only one in the courtroom. Anything you'd like to add before we close out Mr. Richardson's hearing?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Richardson, congratulations, good report. You sound good, you look good. I wanted to congratulate you on the 2 years clean. Congratulations, you're independent housing. You're searching for independent housing, and you're not alone. You recognize that. We're all in your corner. We all support you. And 64 is young. You and I have talked on a number of occasions, and I'm much older than you are. Keep up that positive attitude, Mr. Richardson, and be safe. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
All right, very good. I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Richardson for his service in the armed forces, which means he served all of us. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. I appreciate you. I do. Mr. Morgan.
Yes, Judge.
When do you have Mr. Richardson coming back to see us?
Judge, I would like to say one more thing also. Mr. Kashiri, Ms. Robs will be returning tomorrow. Can you speak to Ms. Robs about family reunification services for Mr. Richardson, our vet, and to maybe assist with housing when she
Yes, sir, I will, I promise. I've been speaking
I'm gonna
with
leave her a
Robs
sticky
throughout,
too. She
and I'll
might
make
be
sure
able
that
to
she's
assist
aware.
Mr. Richardson and maybe securing housing through our family reunification grant. So thank you, Ms. Kashiri. Mr. Gooding, I believe he's still in phase 1, Judge. So we're looking at having him return on May 18th.
All right, May 18th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. All right, Mr. Richardson, have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am, can I have Mr. Kashiri give me a call when he gets an opportunity? Can you ask him?
He's certainly.
Yeah, Mr. Richardson, I'm right here, and you know my number. You can call me anytime. But
Yes,
I promise you I'll circle back to you after court today, okay?
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Judge.
All right, have a wonderful day, Mr. Richardson.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You've been a blessing to me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Mr. Warhurst, I'm going to have you unmute. And I'm going to call your case. While you're doing that, I have the following: U447-46318, U448-88318. And before I have you state your name for the record, I do apologize. I failed to acknowledge the staff that's in the courtroom on this morning. Good morning to you all. You're muted, but good morning. I want you all to know, I can't do what I do without you. So I have to acknowledge you in the mornings. And then Ms. Wilson, I don't see you up, but I know that you're on. And so good morning to you. Thank you all for serving this morning. All right. Mr. Warhurst, with that, would you please state your name for the record? Uh-oh, did Mr. Warhurst freeze up on us?
Ralph Warhurst.
There you are. Good morning to you. Uh-oh. Mr. Warhurst, are you having some connection issues?
My phone keeps.
You got to get in a place where you're able to connect, okay?
I am. What the?
I still can't understand what you're saying.
I am.
All right.
Ah,
Don't cuss, because you're in court. All right, Mr. Warhurst. I'm gonna have you kind of maneuver around and see if you can find a space, but I want to keep moving my docket. I'll come back to you. All right, Mr. Gooden, where are you? Mr. Gooden?
I'm right here. Are you able to hear me?
I am. Good morning, Mr. Gooden.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm just fine. Your pearls look so good on you.
Well, thank you, sir. I love pearls. I love, love, love pearls. I love pearls. I do. Always have from a little girl. So thank you, sir.
I hope that can help my situation.
I don't know if it will, but all right. Let me place okay, that caught me off guard. Y'all know I don't have a poke face now. Everybody looking like, look at the judge. She's speechless. I am. All right, here I go. Let me call Mr. Gooden's cases. I have the following. Case number 207-102-711, U558-76320, U558-76720, U558-83920, and case number 1905793-301. All right, Mr. Gooden. Before I get to Mr. Gooden, Mr. Morgan, did you have some things you needed to report on Mr. Gooding?
Actually, Judge, we need to put Mr. Gooding and Mr. Kashiri in a breakout room. We have to discuss a few matters with this case. Nothing bad, Your Honor.
Okay.
Just basically probably a transition plan from residential treatment to the next stage of his process. So we need to go in a breakout room. I was hoping that I could get one of our attorneys in there, but it seems like Mr. Fikens is still in the breakout room.
I'll go in if you need me, Mr. Morgan.
Okay, so Mr. Kashiri,
He's an attorney this morning?
He it's about his license, so maybe
okay.
Mr. Kashiri can come in, go in a breakout room. Then when Ms. Kashiri goes out, Mr. Reed can jump into the breakout room to discuss his license situation.
All right, very good. And let me ask you this, Mr. Morgan, the issue that he needs to discuss with Mr. Kashiri, is that something you can update me on after I do his hearing?
Yes, we can, Judge, yes.
Okay.
And Mr. Kashiri can spread a little light on what the next stage will be for Mr. Gooding, but we can, yes.
All right, very good. I'm trying to see if Mr. Warhurst has a good place yet. Mr. Warhurst, are you in a good place?
yes, ma'am. I think so.
All right.
I hope so.
Yes, you are. So stay right there. So Mr. Kashiri, I would like to send you and Mr. Gooden into a breakout room, and then you all can let me know when you're ready for Mr. Reed to go in to the breakout room with Mr. Gooden, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Gooden, I'm going to send you and Mr. Kashiri. Let me do that. You're going to go into breakout room number 2. So when you receive that invitation, please accept it. And then we are going to go back to Mr. Warhurst. I have the following: U447-46318, U448-88318. Mr. Warhurst, state your name for the record.
Ralph Warhurst.
All right, there you go. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You are smiling. What you happy about?
Well, life is good. Life is good these days.
It is.
Getting
Tell me
better.
what's good. Tell me what's good about it.
Well, I'm here at Emmanuel House. It's a great program here. There's great guys. I'm learning spirituality. I'm learning 12 steps. Every day is a new adventure pretty much, but it's good. It's all good.
All right.
It's a good day to be
good.
alive.
I'm sorry.
It's a good day to be alive.
It is a good day to be alive, especially when you're on track, right?
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. All right. And so you said that you're learning a lot at Emmanuel House. Can you share with me something that you're learning?
Well, we're doing the 12 steps. We break them down here. So I'm actually learning about myself. You know, it's not just the drugs. It's the way I think that I have to work on. So I'm learning all my character defects and everything that makes me tick. Things I never even thought about before till now.
Yes. Very good. And you're keeping an open mind about those things?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
Very good. I'm glad to hear that. Are they treating you well at Emmanuel House?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Are they feeding you well?
Oh, yeah. I must put on about 20 pounds.
That means you're on the right track, sir. That's what we do in specialty court.
I'm going to have to go to Food Anonymous next.
Uh-oh. That might be an easy, that might be a harder one. I don't know, but. All right, very good. Mr. Warhurst, have you been connected to any of your family members?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I just talked to my mother Sunday. I've talked to my daughter. Yes, I have contact with them all the time.
Very good. Do they notice a difference in you, Mr. Warhurst?
They sure do.
How do you know they notice a difference?
Actually, I talked to my ex-wife last night. We've been divorced 30 years, and she could tell the difference.
You talked to your ex-wife?
Yeah, believe that?
I'm going to just write it down. I'm not going to be nosy this morning. I'm just going to write it down. He talked to his ex-wife, and even she noticed the difference.
Yeah, she did, Your Honor.
Very
sure
good. You should be so proud of yourself, right?
Well, thank you, Your Honor. I am.
Yeah,
I am.
We're proud of you too. So glad that Mentor Scott brought you in and connected you with us.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yes, yes. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Warhurst, if anything?
Well, I failed to get a hold of Mr. Kacheri. I thought I had his phone number, and I didn't. I got to clear up a matter in Oakland County.
Okay.
I got to get that off the books and move forward with that. So one thing, that's the one thing I'm trying to work on right now, get my legal things taken care of.
All right, very good. And so Mr. Kashiri is in a breakout room. If you like, you can always call him. You should know how to get in touch with him, or we'll have him get in touch with you. But Mr. Morgan, let's make sure, just in case Mr. Kashiri is not back, that Mr. Warhurst connects with him about getting a matter cleared up in Oakland County.
Okay, sure will, Judge.
All right, very good. Anything else going on that we need to know about, Mr. Warhurst?
No, Your Honor, that's about it.
That's about it?
That's it, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Morgan, was there anything you'd like to add with respect to Mr. Warhurst at this time?
Well, Judge, according to the journal notes and DCMIS, he's doing fine. I just need to double check with him. We'll double check with you about your sessions with Mr. Kashiri and see how you're doing over there. But we know that you're doing really good at Emmanuel's house. So nothing to report on, Mr. Warhurst. Just keep up the good job. Thank you for your service, and we're really, really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Mr. Scott?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Really not too much to say with Mr. Warhurst. You can tell just by his enthusiasm and just the way he's presented this morning that he is really He's embraced this journey, and I commend him for that. He never came with a bad attitude. And I see that it's even increased exponentially. So kudos to you, Mr. Warhurst. As Your Honor said, I'm proud of you as well. You just look, I mean, just the energy that's coming off of you is just very positive. So keep up the great work. I did send you Mr. Kashiri's number to the phone when you were on last week, but I don't know if you had access to it. So if you would just give me a call, and I'll give you Mr. Kashiri's number.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, very good, very good. Oh, Mr. Kashiri has joined us back in the courtroom. And so, Mr. Kashiri, just before everybody bombards you, Mr. Warhurst indicated that he needs to connect with you regarding an Oakland County matter. Okay. I don't know if did you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah,
There you
I can
go.
hear you.
All right, very good. I wasn't sure if you
Mr.
were
Warhurst, I did attempt to reach you last week after court and you never followed up with me. So you're gonna have to meet me halfway if you want assistance in that matter.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything you'd like to add this morning as to Mr. Warhurst? He's doing
Judge.
a great job.
Well, thank you, Judge. Thank you. Mr. Warhurst, congratulations. I'll echo what everyone else was saying. You're doing a great job, great attitude. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work and be safe. And thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Warhurst, I wasn't here for the full report on you, but it sounds like you've got a good report. We expect that of you. You've performed admirably. Keep up the great work, sir. We're proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Warhurst, let's get you a return to court date. Mr. Morgan, when is Mr. Warhurst returning?
May 18th, Your Honor, at 8:30 a.m.
All right, we got him down. Before you leave, Mr. Warhurst, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Warhurst for his service. Thank you, Mr. Warhurst. We appreciate you. We definitely do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. I want to apologize to Mr. Kacheri. We have so many meetings during the day, so I mute my phone because it's rude to the facilitator. So I missed his call, but I'll make sure I keep it on so it vibrates at least.
Mr. Warhurst, no apologies. I know that you're very busy and they keep you busy at that facility. I know it. And but we always manage to connect. We'll work it out. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I just wanted you to know I wasn't dissing you.
I do not take it personally, sir. I know that you know we're all busy, but I'll circle back to you today and we'll get a plan in place, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Take care, Mr. Warhurst. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay, May 18th, yes?
May 18th at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
All
You
right,
have a good
very
one.
good. You do the
Bye-bye.
same. All right. I am ready. Are we ready to recall Mr. Gooding? Mr. Gooding? Somebody needed to go, did the attorney need to go in the breakout room with Mr. Gooding as well? Mr. Morgan?
I'm here.
I know that you're here. I'm asking Mr. Morgan.
Judge, I think we probably need to, run some SOSs and everything. So I think you can do your hearing and then I'll get, pull the SOSs. We'll get with Mr. Reed and Ms. Robs and then let Mr. Gooding know what his next step is. But you can, it's safe to say you can proceed with your hearing with him. And we'll get with him a little later on after we run. We don't have no information on him yet, so.
All right, wonderful. And so before I do that, I do see that Mr. Lewis has joined us. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. Good morning. I'm going to place your name below below your picture. Good morning. All right, Mr. Lewis, based on our conversations yesterday, Ms. Cleveland, does he need to meet with an attorney? You're muted.
Sorry. So we're going to do an update, and I can also send you some information in the chat.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
We can just do an update, but I can send you some information in the chat if you're wanting to follow up about that.
Okay, I'll have to get to a moment where I can get a chance to read it. But so he does not need to go in the breakout room with the attorney?
Not that I see yet. I'm going to check his status again. Just
You have a really bad connection. It's like something is rubbing up against your microphone.
okay.
And so you'll have to get that together for me.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep going. And then you can always, I'll get a chance to read the chat in a moment, okay? Yeah, I'm still in my same position that I was in yesterday. All right, very good. Let's go to Mr. Gooden. Mr. Gooden, I have to place your case numbers on the record again. I have 207-102-711, U558-76320, U558-76720, U558-83920, and case number 1905793301. Mr. Gooden, let me have you state your name again for the record.
Harold Leon Gooden.
All right, very good. How are things going with you, Mr. Gooden?
Just fine.
They are just fine. What does that mean to you, that things are just fine? They're just fine.
Well, I simply needed some time to detox because I well, you know, it's just difficult dealing with drugs. And okay, I wanted to stop. Okay, and I just needed a chance to detox. And you know, my head is more clear, and you know, I'm looking forward to the future, actually making plans.
All right, very good. And you do understand, Mr. Gooden, that in order to get on a path of recovery, whenever you have been using a substance, it takes more than just detoxing, right? You've got to dig deeper and understand maybe some things that could have brought you to that point, maybe some things that you've not acknowledged. You heard Mr. Richardson talk about at the age of 64. He's recognizing some things that happened to him that impact him today that he just didn't understand was a part of why he was engaging in the behavior that he was engaging in. And so I want to make sure that you understand that getting on a path of recovery, which is what this program is designed for, that it's more than just detoxing. It's a change in lifestyle. It's a change in thinking. It's having to dig deeper and understand you. You understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. Okay, believe it or not, okay, in my case, I simply underestimated it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just something that you can't really put into your system. I mean, you know, we all have problems and things.
Yes.
Okay, but I put it into my system because I underestimated it, you know.
Okay, all right. You're still willing to do the work on yourself, Mr. Gooden?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, whatever you have.
All right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Morgan, before I go to Mr. Morgan, Mr. Gooden, how are they treating you at Emmanuel's house?
Very well, very well.
Right.
They're very patient, and I don't know. I guess in a way I have a difficult personality to deal with.
You have a difficult personality?
That's right. I'm rather arrogant.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Self-assessment. Everybody kind of looked like, did he just say, did you see the faces on the screen? All right. I'm not the only one without a poker face, but it's good to acknowledge, you know, who you are and where you are. And hopefully with that, you'll acknowledge and work on maybe some things you need to work on. Yes, absolutely. But you're getting along at Emmanuel House, right?
Very well.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for me this morning, Mr. Gooden?
When can I go home?
Well, that's not a question I can answer just yet, Mr. Gooden, because I've got to get information. We've got a staff, and I'm certain Mr. Kashiri has some information for me on this morning. But I want your focus to be on getting better and preparing yourself so that when you go home, you're able to stay home and stay home on a path of recovery, not just being clean and sober, but recovery. Okay?
For sure.
All right. Clean and sober is what happens on the outside. Recovery is what happens on the inside. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Let me hear from Mr. Kashiri. Mr. Kashiri?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Thank you again. Mr. Gooding is entirely compliant with everything that is being recommended. He completes residential programming at the end of this week, so he will be discharged successfully.
Wait, Mr. Kusheri, you are fading in and out. So I'm hearing like every 5 or 6 words that you're saying.
All right, I'm gonna scoot in a little close. Is this, can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try and speak up a little bit. So Mr. Gooding is entirely compliant with all of his treatment as clinically indicated. He is doing everything that is recommended. He will complete residential treatment at the end of this week. He will complete the 60-day program successfully with the manual house recovery, and he will be discharged successfully over the weekend. So he's going to return back to his home. I have his address, and I will make sure that Ms. Robbs gets that when we conference later this day. He will be set up for outpatient treatment, which he is entirely agreeable to, and he will continue to engage as clinically indicated.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Morgan, we need to make sure that sometime before the end of this week, that the case manager determines that his home is definitely suitable and conducive for recovery. In addition, we need to get him connected with his testing, his external testing that he will have to take place, his random testing. And then we have the recommendation, and I'm going to follow that for a continuum of care with outpatient treatment. And so we need to also find out what that looks like, what that consists of. And so those are all things that you all can get done before the end of the week. I know Ms. Robbs is out, but before the end of the week. And so, Mr. Gooding, so you'll have to have some conversations with your case manager about who's living in the home, and just making sure that it's an environment where you can continue on this path that you've been on, okay?
I understand.
All right, very good. Mr. Scott, are you the mentor for Mr. Gooden?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, is that Mr. Parker? Mr. Parker.
Yes,
all right, Mr. Parker.
Yes, Your Honor. I am. Mr. Gooden, I guess the reports that I've heard from from him and along with Mr. Kusheri, that he's been doing his meetings, and he did also state that he'll be leaving the Emmanuel House at the end of this week. I just want to encourage him to stay in touch with me. I'm going to stay in touch with him, and so that we can we can really work the program, and as a mentor, my position is to encourage him to continue to to go straight. You don't want to go back to where you are now, and it's good to just continue to go forward, be positive, and try not to be so arrogant if you can, since you put it out there, but humble yourself, and things will go much better for you, and you'll go much further. Believe me. But let's do keep in touch. Okay, I'll talk with you later after court. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Reader, Mr. Fikens, anything as to Mr. Gooden?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Gooding, good report. I heard that there's a recommendation that you be discharged from your residential and allowed to return home, and that's good. But you have to realize that there is a pattern of behavior that brought you into the program. And if you want to stay at home, you have to change that pattern of behavior. And that's what we're working for. We're giving you the tools. We want you to keep up the good work, be positive. We're proud of what you've done, but it's a long journey. It's not over just because the recommendation is that you go home. Stay safe, Mr. Gooding, and thank you for your service. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Gooden, I appreciate what you said. Those words about being arrogant. I know what you mean by that is that you're doing this for you, and that's okay to do this for you. It is time for you to do this for you. You can solve this. You can do this. We appreciate you. Keep up the great work, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. If nothing else from Mr. Gooden, I do need everyone in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Gooden for his services to this country and to us. Thank you, Mr. Gooden. We appreciate you. And so with that, Mr. Morgan, Would Mr. Gooden also be returning on May 18th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And it would be by way of Zoom, Mr. Gooden. So make sure that you are equipped to do Zoom on the 18th.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
also you want to make sure you're talking with your case manager, because there are some things that I need from you before you leave Emmanuel House, okay?
Okay, exactly who was my case manager? I guess that would be Mr. Kucheri.
Well, it's Miss Robs, Ebony Robs, who's with 36th District Court. Mr. Kucheri also works with you. Mr. Morgan, I don't know if you're going to be troubleshooting for Miss Robs, or if she's gonna be back tomorrow, she'll be able to jump in with everything else she has going on.
Yes, Judge, we'll make sure Mr. Mr. Gooding gets his assistance. I got my notepad right here, things to do.
All right, very good, very
We'll
good.
circle back to you, Mr.
So
Gooding.
I'll reach him by her number. I'll reach you by her number. By
Yes,
Ms.
you know Ms. Robs, you have her office number.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gooden. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
You're
All
welcome.
right. I have Mr. Pringle. Mr. Pringle, if you could unmute for me.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Pringle. How are you this morning?
Oh, very blessed by the best.
Yes, you are. All right, let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 200-449-9701. Mr. Pringle, state your full name for the record, please.
Dennis Pringle.
All right, Mr. Pringle. Things are going well with you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right, what are you doing? You up against some green wall? Y'all know I hustle for your background. What you do?
I'm actually at the VA hospital checking about the CWT program.
CWT program, what is that?
It's a little work program they have for like 6 months to get you started to act back and try to get you back in the work field.
Okay, very good. And you're taking advantage of it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Good for you. Very good. Very good. How are you feeling, Mr. Pringle?
Fantastic.
You're doing everything you're supposed to do to help yourself?
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of, actually, something real good happened for me as yesterday. I had called to make that appointment to get my ID and registration, a couple of things taken care of at the Secretary of State. And the lady last week, Tuesday, said it was September the 21st. And I'm like, oh, I need it sooner than that. And she said, well, check your email. And I checked my email Friday, and I had the appointment yesterday. So I took care of that.
So you have a license?
Well, I have the ID.
You have your ID?
Yeah, because I lost my wallet. But I'm making an appointment once I leave here today for that. The ticket, like I said in Taylor, that's paid off. So, yes, that's the next step.
Look at you. Congratulations. I told you to keep calling. Do whatever you have to do, because they do have some times where, things come up and vacancies become available. So good for you. It worked out.
Sure
Very
did.
good. All right. You are still at Emmanuel House?
Yes, ma'am.
How are they treating you at Emmanuel House?
Real great, real great. I managed to slip in. I kept looking at the barbecue grill, so I managed to slip in and ask the pastor if I can get on there and turn and burn. So actually Sunday, Mother's Day, I'll be barbecuing for the guys Sunday.
Look at you. Very good. So you know how to barbecue?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right now, Mr. Pringle. Do it. Wonderful. Wonderful. So things are going well at Emmanuel House.
Oh, yeah. I'm learning a lot. Like the guy was saying a minute ago, or you said yourself, it's not just to not do another alcohol or the marijuana or whatever, it's within yourself. So I think I'm getting the swing of things over there, learning a lot from those guys as far as them doing what they did. I will never, and they say never say never, but I will say never to that. Never touch any type of drug, any type. I'm done. It's just marijuana, but the other stuff that they use.
Yeah, but you have to understand that everybody started somewhere. And if my brother were here, he would tell you that marijuana was his gateway drug. And when he could no longer get a good high on marijuana, he graduated to something else. And
Right.
so that's why I never look at it as just marijuana. Just
Yes,
like
ma'am. Right.
alcohol is, legal, it still wrecks lives, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And that's what I'm learning over there with these guys. So, I always had that thought, like you said, just marijuana, but it's just a drug.
Yeah.
So,
And it's you're making a choice that alters how you
right.
think, how you process things, and it can impact every aspect of your life, right?
Yeah. And I spoke with my sister. Technically, I spoke with my sister yesterday, and she was really out there bad. And she stopped, just cold turkey stopped, and she's been a nurse for, I want to say, 18 years now. She stopped prior to and made a change herself. So, and I was telling one of the guys in the meeting about that, and he was like, well, what that got to do with you? And I was saying, like, what you guys say in the meetings, your higher power, and I can use that for some inspiration. I know in God that's my higher power, but at the same time, knowing her story and different stories, that's how I'm making it at the Emmanuel House. I didn't understand how he asked me that question, but I prayed for him and pushed on.
Look, that I hope that's encouraged somebody else in the courtroom that your sister was using drugs and she turned it around and now she's saving lives. Isn't that amazing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's amazing. That's encouraging to me. It's never too late to decide I want to do something different and do it, right?
Yeah.
And do it. Mr. Pringle, I do have to tell you, I appreciate your attitude coming into this program. You have always been so positive. You have always embraced. I think Mr. Pringle was one of the individuals who was kind of at in his lifestyle and kind of living how he had, was comfortable with. And we said, we need you to go to Emmanuel House. And you readily went and reported and didn't give Mr. Scott a moment of trouble with respect to reporting. And I just appreciate that. It speaks volumes to who you are. And you're going to go far in life because you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves, do what you need to do, right? And for things to get better, even if it makes you uncomfortable for a moment. So I will not forget that about you. And I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely do. All right. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Pringle, if anything?
Well, I know the hub as voucher is my next step. I'll get to work, and then like the voucher. So when my time for leaving there, I won't hold up a bed for somebody that needs to come in that really, really needs. And I'm saying I don't, but I would like to get things together so when my time comes to get out of there, I can just transition into a house and do the outpatient and finish up.
All right. All right. All right. Mr. Kasheri.
Good morning again. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pringle is doing very well. He's compliant with everything at Emmanuel House. He is taking care of a lot of personal business, putting pieces together and aligning them so that he can be successful when he is ready to leave Emmanuel House. He has already reported about CWT. That was a program that, he requested to be involved in. He's been very proactive with resolving some of his outstanding matters to get his ID back and to get his license back. And he's very motivated and future oriented. So he's doing very well and entirely compliant with all of his treatment.
Wonderful. All right. Mentor Scott, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Pringle?
Thank you, Your Honor. Really, there's really not too much to add to what everyone has said, including yourself, Your Honor, and Mr. Kasheri. Mr. Pringle is absolutely right. He is a go-getter. He did not want to, you can tell his body language, he didn't want to go to Emmanuel House, but he knew he needed to go. And I'll never forget when I went, when I was transported to Emmanuel House, just, he had you can feel the energy of reservation, but he forged through that. And that tells me that he is able to put aside personal feelings and to work on what he needs to work on. I really commend Mr. Pringle for that. I think in this process, as he continues to grow, the only caveat I would say, Mr. Pringle, is I know a lot of times as we go through these processes, we want to rush it when we start doing well. Don't rush the process. Just continue to trust the process, walk with the process, let the process work for you, and just continue to do well. Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, I do have one last thing to say. I don't know, to my sage fraternal brother, Attorney Reed, you were not here last week, Brother Reed, but someone referred to you as perpetually cool and infinitely hip. And I don't know if Your Honor or the rest of the staff or your distinguished colleague, Mr. Fiken, shared that antidote with you, but I just wanted to tell you that you always talk about your age, this, that, and the third, but when somebody refers to you as perpetually cool, infinitely hip, and however old you are, Brother Reed, let me tell you, you still hurting them, Brother Reed, so keep hurting them, Brother Reed.
Thank you, Brother Scott. I was very cool, very hip in the 60s and the 70s. I'm not so sure about now. But Brother Scott, thank you very much.
Why did you get him started? Don't do it. Mr. Reed, what do you want to say?
Judge, 60s and the 70s, I was very cool and hip.
As to Mr. Pringle.
Oh, that's Mr. Pringle. Back on track. Mr. Pringle, great attitude. You're doing the program. We're proud of you. And when you said you were going to be cooking on Sunday, I'm a meat eater, unlike some people I know who don't eat meat. But don't burn the ribs. Don't burn the ribs, Mr. Pringle. Cook them up good. Thank you, Mr. Pringle. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Fiken.
It's hard to add to that, Your Honor, but Mr. Pringle, you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work, sir. We are very, very proud of you. Thank you, John.
All right, very good. If no other questions, Mr. Pringle, I believe your return to court date would also be the 18th. Is that correct? May 18th at 8:30, Mr. Morgan?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, very good. I need everyone to join me in the courtroom in thanking Mr. Pringle for his service. Thank you, Mr. Pringle. We appreciate you for putting on that uniform and serving us in the armed forces. With that, be safe. Have a good time on Mother's Day. Make sure, hopefully you cook something for the vegetarians as well. And enjoy your weekend, okay? Everybody shaking their head like, no. I'm gonna have a good vegetarian meal on Mother's Day. Thank you all very much. A lot of things that you can eat off the grill.
I don't know about the vegetarian, but I mean, I was raised my first 6 years on this earth. My mother I was a vegetarian, so. But yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Because nobody in there, I think, is a vegetarian. Everybody chow down with the meat. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
just do the best you can, Mr. Pringle.
Do the best you can.
All right. Well, I hope they like what I'm making because I plan on making some Jamaican jerk ribs. So.
Okay.
All right. What time are we coming over? What time?
I think it will start. I plan to start setting up like 11, 10:30, 11.
All right.
So about 12, 1 should be ready for somebody to get some.
All right, Mr. Pringle and Mr. Fikens.
I'm ready to come over, Mr. Pringle.
Okay, I'll save a plate for you. I have something ready for you.
All right, now, Mr. Pringle, you know you live on YouTube. Don't have Emmanuel House with a line over there waiting on some Jamaican jerk. Look, Miss Hudson is like, wait a minute, I was thinking about coming too. Don't have lined up over there to get some Jamaican jerk rib. But yeah. All right. Take care of yourself. Be safe. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right. You too. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you to everyone for your patience. I don't have any other veterans on the docket on this morning. Unless I'm overlooking someone, please let me know.
No, Your Honor, just real quick, if I may, please.
Yes.
This gentleman, his name is Nathaniel Smith. I had spoken with Ms. Robbs a while back. She was actually had things set up in place for him, but the transfer of docket, I forgot what docket he was on to your court, has not been finalized as of yet. I heard you intimate that Ms. Robbs will be back tomorrow. Do I need to send her an email or do I need to wait till she just comes back to catch up with her? Because he did come to me yesterday to see what the status was as far as him getting into.
Right. And so, Mr. Moore, thank you so much, Mr. Scott, for that. Mr. Morgan, I'd like you to circle back to Mr. Scott Look, Mr. Scott and Mr. Parker, we appreciate all community referrals. I believe that there is a population of veterans out there that need our help, and they just either don't know that we exist, they don't have the truth about what the program entails. And so we need you all to be our mouthpiece out there, because if anybody deserves the services that you receive through specialty court, it's certainly our veterans. So thank you for doing what you do. Continue to do it. Please continue to do it. And so, Mr. Morgan, if you could circle back to Mr. Scott, I'd like to get that gentleman on our docket and process as quickly as possible.
Yes, Your Honor, no problem. We had a few technical difficulties, but I think we're working on getting some things straightened out. But Mr. Scott, I'll circle back to you on that. The prosecutors have informed me of a few little things that we need to take care of.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
Yes, sir.
All right. For those who are serving on our Veterans Treatment Court docket this morning, thank you for your service, Mr. Kusheri, Mr. Scott, Mr. Parker, and you all are free to leave. I'm going to continue with the rest of my docket. You all be safe. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week, Tuesday.
Thank you, Honor. Have a great day.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
All right. Let's do it. I'm ready on Nicole Miller. Miss Miller, if you could unmute for me, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let me place your case numbers on the record. I have you 304-36216. I also have 194097221, and case number U 304-17616. All right, Miss Miller, state your full name for the record.
Nicole Renee Miller.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Very good. Who do you have with you this morning? Is that Miss McKinney?
Yes, it is.
Good morning. Good morning, Miss McKinney. All right, all right. Miss Miller, let me hear from you first. How are things going for you?
Things are going really good. I attend my 4 or 5 meetings a week for at Narcotics Anonymous, and I feel really good about my recovery. And I just came up on 7 months clean.
Yeah, come on, let's celebrate Miss Miller, 7 months. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations. You're doing that work, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I speak to my, my recovery coach, my sponsor, my support system on a daily basis. I have money saved up for a car. I'm trying to find out when I can start my community service at Share House. And when I go to groups in my one-on-one today, I'll try to find out more information on that. And
have you made any payments on your fines and costs here at 36th District Court?
Actually, no, I have not. I'm gonna do that today, actually. And then there's a ticket that Miss Cleveland had told me about yesterday, and when I looked it up, I couldn't find it. But I guess it was pardon me, I think it was from, she said 2019, and I couldn't find that to pay it. It's $132.
Okay. Well, Miss Cleveland, you can circle back with Miss Cleveland. She'll work with you to make sure you get that squared away. All right. And so, Miss Miller, it sounds like you're doing some wonderful things to help yourself. Tell me something you've learned since the last time I
not to act on impulse, because when I want something, I want it now, and patience is a virtue.
Absolutely, because you may decide once you get it, it really wasn't all you thought it was going to be, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I see Miss McKinney over there a little bit. Miss McKinney?
Yes.
On that patience and impulse.
Yes, yes. And consequential thinking is the big thing, and she's learning it.
She's learning it. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Miss Miller, any difficulties or challenges you're having that we need to know about or that you can share?
No, ma'am.
No? How's work going?
It's going good.
Okay. No issues there?
No, ma'am.
All right. Are they treating you well at Hope House?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with Miss Sandy or Miss Stradilak?
Stradalack.
Miss Stradalack. All right, very good. No issues there.
No, ma'am.
All right, and are they treating you well at Share House?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very, very good. All right, Miss McKinney, what do you want to tell us about Miss Miller?
Well, one of the things I try to always point out to her is that she's doing a lot better than she thinks she is. She's done so well independently when she struggled so much when she was going through different treatment, residential treatments. So a lot of times, like she said, with the working, wanting what she wants when she wanted, and realizing that she's right where she needs to be, and she realizes all of it. She's starting to do a more of a gratitude list rather than looking at what she don't have, but what she's accomplished. So she's doing very well at doing some self-assessment.
All right, very good. And so, Miss McKinney, this week we had the opportunity on yesterday to staff Miss Miller's case. And there were some things that I have Miss Cleveland. She's gonna follow up with you all on between you and Miss Lizinski. And so Miss Cleveland already has her marching orders. I'm not going to place it on the record, but I just wanted you to know if she's coming back for some additional information, that's because I sent her back for it. And so there are just some things that I need to have filled in and get a better understanding of with respect to Miss Miller's clinical assessment, okay?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, very, very good. Miss McKinney, is there anything that you need the court to do in order to keep Miss Miller on track?
You all are doing a great job. She every time I speak to her, she's telling me about the communication she's having with Miss Cleveland, how she's dropping, and she's just on top of everything. So you guys are laying down a good roadmap for her.
Wonderful, wonderful. If anything changes, you know, you can reach out to Miss Cleveland or reach out to me, and we will make sure we do everything that we can as a team to keep Miss Miller on track, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, wonderful. Miss McKinney, I have one question for you before I hear from Miss Cleveland. Yes. Any word on Miss Coffey? I think about her often.
No, I have not heard anything from her. I had one little time, it was maybe late September, early October. She kind of reached out to me on Facebook. I saw a comment, I kind of reached back and I didn't get a response. But other than that, I haven't heard anything from her.
Right. If you are connected to her on Facebook, would you just let her know that I think about her often? I wonder and hope that she's doing well and the door is still open for her to get the help that she needs. Okay?
Yeah, because she must have a new number because I did reach out to her and she has a new number, but I will definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Miss Cleveland, anything changed with respect to Miss Miller since staffing? I know you have some follow-up to do and we'll get that done in staffing, but anything else?
No, Your Honor, she's actually compliant. Can you hear me okay, better now?
I can.
Okay, thank you. No, Your Honor, she's actually compliant with everything. I'm working on her SOS information and I will provide her the clarity on those tickets. Because I know that she spoke about that as well. And she's compliant with her court orders, doing very well, calls me, texts me, thank you. Lets me know she's doing okay, so yes.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, anything asked to Miss Miller?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Miss Miller, congratulations. Good attitude, good report. We staffed your case yesterday and heard some positive things. You're on the road to recovery. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you, and be safe, Miss Miller, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, very good. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you, Your Honor. If I might add, Miss Miller, I did look up your record. You do owe a lot of reinstatement fees. Mr. Reed and I will put that all together. We'll have some better answers for you. It's mostly a payment of money. So there's a way out of this, but it will require not money to the court, but money to the Secretary of State that you will need to get your license back. But keep up the good work. It's not, someone said that it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not. We can get through this. Thank you. Your
All
Honor.
right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. And with that, Miss Cleveland, until we can get those things ironed out, I'm gonna go ahead and send her out 2 weeks, and you should have enough time to get everything ironed out and get those responses back to the court. And if I need to change the court date, then of course I can do so, and you'll communicate that to Miss Miller. But let's put her out 2 weeks.
Thank you, Your Honor. May 18th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. would be her next court date via Zoom.
All right. Did you get that, Miss Miller?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right. Very good. Good to see you. Good to see you, Miss McKinney. Thank you for all you're doing. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All
Judge,
right, thanks. You have a great day.
Yes. Thank you. You too.
Judge, may I inquire, has the new contract appeared in the courtroom, the one I was supposed to go into the breakout room with Mr. Forrester, Mr. Yancey?
I don't see Mr. Forrester on. Mr. Yancey?
No, he has not come on.
Okay. Have you tried to make contact with him?
Oh, very much so. I did talk to his father yesterday. His father said he would contact him regarding this court hearing. I have further information. I'll let Mr. Reed or after the court.
All right. Wonderful, Mr. Yancey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. All right, Miss Benjamin, come on and unmute for me. I see you. You look so nice. Look at you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm practicing some patience right now.
I hear you. I understand it. I understand it. I hope that something has been said though in the courtroom to encourage you this morning.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot that I could identify with.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking because I celebrated a birthday Saturday, and I'm being treated to a manicure and a pedicure this morning at 10 o'clock, and I'm like, my patience was really.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Come on, we're gonna get you done. You're gonna get there for 10 o'clock. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And I'm glad you're being treated to a manicure and pedicure. You deserve it. Look, I am a manicure pedicure girl. Let me get you on this record right now. 1-800-578-6601. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I'm not asking y'all for any comments today. I want to hear from Miss Benjamin. How are you doing, Miss Benjamin?
I'm doing good. I'm staying busy.
Come on.
I'm staying busy. But I find out staying busy, there's a lot to do when you're not using drugs and life just shows up. I'm still working on it, but I haven't got a chance to be with the new therapist yet, but I need to work on my codependency some more. Because I'm emotionally codependent, and when I deal with men, that's an issue with me. So I'm supposed to get in contact with her today to set up a session with her since I was switched to her as the new therapist. But other than that, life is good. I'm eating up everything. I went to Mexican. We ate Mexican food for my birthday. So it was really nice, really nice.
Very good. Look, Miss Benjamin, I love to hear you with that insight and transparency about codependency. And so make sure that, and you're on track, make sure when you meet with your therapist that you talk about those things, because codependency can be just as, detrimental to us as our dependency on a substance, right?
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I also wanted to mention, I think it was Mr. Scott. He had the saying wrong. It's fatally cool and terminally hip.
Mr. Reed, did you hear it? It's fatally cool and fatally cool and
terminally hip.
Terminally hip. I need you to hear it, Mr. Reed.
Yes,
I wrote it down. I'm gonna confirm it in our meeting after court today. I wrote it down. All right. Very good. Miss Benjamin, look, I am so glad that you came to this program. I know you were reluctant and but you have rolled up your sleeves. You have made a commitment to yourself first. to work this program. And I hope that you receive every single benefit and then some that this program has to offer you. I really hope so. You're a good person. Are you still working, doing your work?
Yeah, this week is kind of slow, but I'm finna put an ad out because I want to just do, I usually do residential and Airbnb cleanings, but I want to do, because I'm working with somebody who's getting half the more of the money than I am. So what I want to do is I'm trying to put together an advertisement and that I want to just do Airbnbs and just get all the money for myself.
Oh,
But that's the
okay.
plan.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, I haven't taken the time to sit down and get it wrote out.
Okay, very good. Do it. Do
Yeah.
it. All right, very good. Miss Cleveland, she has a 10 o'clock manicure pedicure. Has anything changed since staffing?
Your Honor, she's doing very, very well. She's compliant with all your court orders. I'll be getting that one document we discussed in staffing. Once I get that, then hopefully her frequency here will change.
All right. So as soon as we get that clinical assessment, we will be able to determine whether some adjustments will be made as to how often you come to court. Until then, I do need to see you next week.
Okay.
All right. And so, Miss Cleveland, what would that date be? May
11th, Your Honor.
May 11th. Yes, that's a Tuesday. May 11th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Miss Benjamin. Enjoy, relax. You owe it to yourself. You deserve it.
Yes. This will be the first time for a pedicure, so I don't know. They might not want to see these toes, but
They getting paid. Too bad. You put them feet up there and let them do what they do, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Have a good
Take
day.
care. You too.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. I have Miss Hudson is up next. Miss Hudson, if you could unmute for me. All right. Mr. Ficus, are we ready to proceed as to Miss Hudson?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, I have the following matters. U-22666-815, U-231-20415, U-231-39415, and U-4207-8617.
Yes, Your Honor. And if I might, we found two more cases, which I've talked to the prosecutor about.
Okay, give me those case numbers.
Yes, Your Honor. It's U-249-93115 and U-974-21113.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Drew, if we can make sure that those matters are added to my docket on today, and Mr. Fikens, does this represent all of the outstanding cases that Ms. Hudson has at 36th District Court?
It does, Your Honor.
All right, so she doesn't owe us in any other cases.
That is my understanding. I've looked at the court records, and those are the 6 matters that she has outstanding.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Ms. Hudson, state your full name for the record.
Lily Thea Hudson.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And thank you for your patience this morning. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Mr. Fikens, what do we have going on with Ms. Hudson?
Well, Your Honor, she was given a very good deal by the city if she pleads guilty on, let me try it again. U-420-78617.
Okay.
Failing to have a group card, the people are willing to dismiss the other 5 matters today.
And that represents everything, right?
It does, Your Honor.
It certainly does. And Ms. Hudson, you wish to take advantage of this opportunity, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in these 6 matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to waive that right and plead guilty on 1 matter today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have made that decision freely and voluntarily, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty on that one matter today?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to a constitutional waiver.
I am as well. You may proceed with the factual basis.
Ma'am, I want to direct your attention back to 2017 on the date and time of the citation. Were you working at a gentleman's club in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Was that BT's, I think you told me?
Yes, sir.
And the police came to the establishment, is that correct?
Correct.
And you were working there as a dancer?
Correct.
And they asked you to produce a cabaret D card or an entertainer's card, is that correct?
Correct.
And you didn't have one at that time, is that correct?
Correct.
Now you're out of the business now, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you're going down to, as soon as you clean up all your records up here, you're going down to Alabama to be with your grandma. That's what you told me.
My mom.
Oh, your mom, I'm sorry, not your grandma. Okay, I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied too. All right, I'm accepting your plea of guilty to the one matter. I'm dismissing the remaining, 5 matters, Mr. Fikens, with a stipulation of probable cause?
Defendant would so stipulate, Your Honor.
All right. Those matters are dismissed without prejudice, and I'm ready for sentencing. Mr. Fikens?
Your Honor, as I briefly mentioned in the questioning, she is leaving the state of Michigan. She's going to go down to be with her mom. She was out of the business back in 2017, mostly due to COVID. She does not wish to enter that. She's in school right now. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct. As soon as COVID opened back up, I get to go back to finish my phlebotomy class.
And
Okay.
she's in the medical field, Judge. She wants to make a new direction in her life. I brought that up to the city. That's why I think, just in comment, I think that was a fantastic deal she got, quite frankly, to get rid of
Absolutely.
matters today. She wanted to clear up all her matters in the Detroit area before she goes and be with her mom. So she was very respectful all the way through and patient. And we truly appreciate people who want to make a change in their life.
Absolutely. All right. So now if you move down to Alabama, you're going to finish your class there?
If I can get my class switched over, because it's like I'm taking a patient care tech course.
Okay.
If it can be switched over, then I will. If they have another one, I'll take it on because I've already finished my CNA and my ECG already.
Okay.
So I just have to
Very
take,
good.
even if I don't take it there, as long as I can finish that phlebotomy course anywhere, since I'm already certified in the other two, I can take my state test for the PCT and then it'll be all together as one.
Wonderful. Look, I'm glad to hear all of those things. And so how, did you post a bond to get a
Your
case?
Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
She did.
Mr. Fikens?
She told me she posted a $1,900 bond for all these matters. We'd ask her any cost. I know I looked up some of them. I didn't look up all of them. They were a personal bond. It appears it's money she paid. We'd ask that any bond be applied to any costs and fines.
All right, very good. And so what I am going to do, and Mr. Fikens, you could not get a delayed sentence on this?
Given the number of tickets, Your Honor, the city was unwilling to do a delayed sentence, Your Honor.
Okay.
I
All
wish we could have, but there were too many tickets from what the city told me.
Okay. All right. And so, Ms. Hudson, what I'm going to do is I'll assess fines and costs on the matter that you pled guilty on. I am going to, you'll have to pay your warrant costs because, you know, you didn't do what
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
supposed to do when you were supposed to do it, right? And so you'll have to pay your warrant costs. And then I'm going to assess your fine, our cost in the amount of $195. And then I am going to assess the fine in the amount of I'll do $200. Yeah, you did get a lot of tickets dismissed. I'll do it in the amount of $200. This is what I would like to do while Mr. Lewis is yawning, right? While we on YouTube. Okay, and so what I would like to do, Mr. Fikens, is I'd like to bring this matter back in, let's say, 90 days. I want to see what Ms. Hudson is doing. I want to see what she's doing. I want to see if she's gotten any additional tickets at 36th District Court. If you have moved to Alabama, you can still come to court because you can do it by way of Zoom in 90 days. We are not going to be back in the courthouse or receiving members from the public in the courthouse.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so I want you to Zoom on. And when you Zoom on, I want you to have proof of, be able to send us proof of what you're doing. Send
Yes,
us
ma'am.
proof that you've completed your patient care class, that you have completed your, I think you said ECG.
I have both of those certifications in the house now.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Make sure you can produce those, and that you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
completed your phlebotomy class, and that
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
presented yourself, positioned yourself to get ready to take your boards, okay?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so you can become a PCT, which is a patient care technician, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The reason I want her to come back, Mr. Fikens, is because if she's going to get licensed by a state, this may cause her some issues. And I am not, we are problem solving court. And so I'm using my judicial discretion. I don't want, if she's serious about getting her life on track and doing something different, then I want to see her do that. And I want to be a part of that. So I need you to come back in 90 days.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
let me see what you're doing, and I'll make a decision about that remaining case as to whether or not it's going to follow her. And so, Ms. Drew, I need you to apply. Her bond will be applied to her fines and costs and her warrant costs. The remainder of her bond will be refunded to her. You want to make sure we have the correct address for you, because that money goes in, that check goes into the mail. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we want to make sure that we have the right information for you. And then Ms. Drew, I am going to set her up while she has entered a guilty plea. I want to set her up, Mr. Fikens. You'll have to let Ms. Drew know how we do it so that it's not on her record just yet.
Yeah.
I want to give her that 90-day review. And 90 days is going to take us out to, today is May the 5th. No, today is May the 4th. So that's going to take us out to August, and I'm going to schedule her for August 3rd, 2021. And I'll schedule you for 8:30 a.m. and it will be on Zoom, and you'll come back with your proof. I'm really looking for all three, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you got it?
Thank you.
All right, young lady, go and be great. You Mr. Fikens really worked a great deal for you. The ball is back in your court. What you gonna do with it, ma'am? Okay?
Dunk it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I'll see you on the 3rd of August, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Mr.
You too.
Fikens.
Thank you, Yana.
All right.
I'll discuss that with Miss Drew about how to put that into the system if necessary.
Okay. Miss Drew, I know you are on mute, but please, Mr. Fikens, if you want to go ahead and reach out to her, do that, because I want to make sure she's good.
I'll do that right now, Judge. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Hatcher, I'm ready for you. Good morning. Unmute for me, please. Good morning, Mr. Hatcher. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Have you learned anything from being in court this morning? Anything encouraged you this morning?
Yeah, I have.
All right, very good. There's a method to my madness. If we were meeting in the courthouse, you would be there the entire session. And so I hope that you're listening. You seem like you stayed engaged, because you have so much life ahead of you. And I wanted to just everything to just turn around and to just be fabulous for you. How about that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want it for myself.
Yes, sir. And that's what's important, is that you want it for yourself. All right, Mr. Hatcher, I have the following matter for you. I have 200-550-9301. State your name for the record.
Nicholas Hatcher.
All right, Mr. Hatcher, how have you been since the last time I've seen you?
I've been doing good. Kind of great, for real.
All right, tell me for real. What does that mean?
I've been better than I used to be. The last 2 weeks, I believe, sober. Yeah, so I've been waking up, feeling better, doing everything I've been doing. Looking for work. I'm supposed to start work yesterday with my uncle, but it had rained real bad. So
Okay, but you're looking for work.
yeah, we'll probably start tomorrow.
All right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Hatcher, you said 2 weeks sober. You waking up and you feeling good. Before you were sober, how would you wake up feeling?
A little sluggish and a little no energy for real.
Okay, no goals, no push.
No, I had to go. It was just tired, kind of.
All right. So you see already some of the differences, right?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's a big difference. Very good. I'm glad to hear that you noticed that difference, Mr. Hatcher.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. What else is working for you?
Everything. I did did the meeting last night, the 12 steps. Talked to a lot of good people. We talked and all that. They gave me a lot of encouraging words. We talked about the defects of life and the coding and all that. So it was real good. I did my niece plus that I supposed to be did last week. So I did that. I sent it in.
All right, very good. So Miss Cleveland will have some conversation with me. I know we're still waiting on a clinical assessment as well, but I think you sent me a message that he's going to go to yes, you did, to Detroit Recovery Project and get on the ball, right?
Yeah, I go back Thursday to meet with my therapist, Miss Jennings, I believe.
Miss Jennings, okay, all right, very good, very good. How are you feeling about all of this? This is a lot of new stuff for you, right?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. It feels good.
You
Ready
ready?
to embrace it. Yeah.
All right, very good. I'm so glad to hear that. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Hatcher, if anything?
A license right now. I probably just got to pay the ticket and reinstatement fees.
Okay, and so Miss Cleveland, you can first take a cursory look at it and then just check in with the attorneys to make sure he's on the right track to doing what he needs to do to get a driver's license, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Hatcher, how are you feeling about the program so far? Judge Bryant sent you to me.
Yeah, I know. I
You
feel
better not say
good.
nothing about Judge Bryant, because that's my girl now. All right.
I know. She cool. She all right.
Yeah, she is. She is. And you know what? She saw you. I always ask what I like to find out from judges when they refer people to me. What did you see that made you think they needed my help? And she sees a lot of potential in you. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
She said, this young man is destined for greatness and he does not even know.
Yeah, when you see her again, tell her I said thank you. And I appreciate
I
it.
see her and talk to her every single day. I will definitely, and I will tell you in all the years that we've been friends for 20 plus years, in all the years that she's referred people, I don't know that she's ever said those words about anybody she's referred to me. You have potential and you don't even know it. Destined for greatness and don't even know it. So look, I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, very good. I love your attitude. I know you had some questions and kind of, do I need all of this? But you're embracing it. And or at least you appear to be embracing it. Hopefully you're embracing it one day at a time, right?
Yeah, I am. That's what we talked about last night at the meeting too, taking one day at a time.
One day at a
That's
time.
what I've been doing.
All right, very good. Who did you tell me was influential in your life? Your mom, and I think, did you say you had sisters and brothers?
That like support me and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, my whole family.
All right, your mom, and then did you tell me you had like about 6 or 7 siblings?
Yeah, it's about 8 of us.
It's about, I wrote that down, right? I'm not gonna forget that. It's about. Don't let your mama hear you say that. All right.
No, it's we all got the same daddy. We just got different mamas. Like I'm my mother's only child.
Okay. All right. But it's about. I got you. All right. Don't let your
It's
daddy
about.
hear you say that then. Yes. All right. Well, look, I am grateful for them and their support. Do let them know that it's very important. We're going to do everything we can in the courtroom with your case manager, but there is nothing better than having people on the outside to reinforce the things that we're trying to make available to you and trying to expose you to, okay?
Okay.
All right, so make sure they know I appreciate them. Miss Cleveland, anything else as to Mr. Hatcher?
No, Your Honor, he is reporting accurately. He's off to a great start. He has embraced my calls. He answers the phone. Thank you, sir. Every time I call, and we're able to pull this together because he's very receptive to what's happening right now.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, and thank you, Ms. Cleveland, for connecting the DRP. He is on track, and I'm excited about the work they're gonna do there. So thank you so much. All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, anything asked to Mr. Hatcher?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Hatcher is new to the program. I did the court order with Mr. Hatcher. When I presented Mr. Hatcher, I indicated to the court that he never smiled for me, but he smiled for the court the minute he came into the courtroom. And Judge, he's working the program. Don't get overwhelmed, Mr. Hatcher. We talked about the 3 things that we look for at level 1. Keep up the good work, be safe, and you can smile for me sometimes too, like you smile for the court. Thank you, Mr. Hatcher.
There
Be
it
safe.
is. Look, Mr. Reed, he's smiling for
You're
you.
welcome.
There you go.
Definitely welcome, man.
Mr. Hatcher said he don't be smiling for no men. What are you doing, Mr. Reed? All right, go ahead, Mr. Ficus.
Mr. Hatcher, don't go smiling for Mr. Reed just because he's asking for it. Don't do that, okay? You don't have to. But you're doing a good job. You have a great attitude, sir. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
All right. All right, Miss Cleveland, if Mr. Hatcher, do you have any questions for us today, Mr. Hatcher?
No, I don't have none.
Okay. All right, Miss Cleveland, when do you have Mr. Hatcher coming back?
Your Honor, I would like to ask if he can come back on May 11th, 2021. I should have an opportunity to talk to Ms. Jennings at that, by that time.
All right, and have that clinical assessment so we can get him on the right track. All right, very good. So I will see you again next week, Mr. Hatcher, on the 11th at 8:30, and then make sure they get that clinical assessment to Ms. Cleveland so we can get you on the right path, okay? On the right track.
Okay.
Okay. All right, very good. Keep up the great work. I'm proud of you, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
You too.
All right. All right, Mr. Lewis, let me have you unmute for me. Good morning, Mr. Lewis.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Lewis is our last case for this morning, but I do need the case managers to come on because Ms. Drew, Mr. Ficus, you were able to contact Ms. Drew in the courtroom?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
All right, because I am going to call my docket for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get those dates put on the record. And I need the case managers to put the return to court dates on the record for me. Okay, and for Monday, And Ms. Drew, I know you sent me Monday's docket. You're gonna have to resend it to me. I printed it. Maybe I'll run upstairs and see if it printed out. But okay, let's do it. Mr. Lewis, I have 200-593-5001. State your name for me. Is Mr. Lewis frozen now?
I think he's good.
Jalen Lewis.
All right, where'd you go? He disappeared on me. I hear your voice. I don't see you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I don't see you.
I had to cut off my Wi-Fi. It was tripping.
And so now I still need to see you.
I can't see nobody.
I want to see you though.
There you go.
There you are.
There you go.
All right. How are you, Mr. Lewis?
I'm good.
What does that mean? You're good.
Doing okay. It's a good morning. I feel good.
You feel good? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. Very good. I'm concerned about you, Mr. Lewis.
Let's ask why.
I'm just, I talked with Ms. Cleveland in staffing, and I was concerned a little bit about the assessment and information that may have been shared during that assessment not being accurate. And so I want to make sure I'm doing right by you. And that's why I'm concerned about you. I want to make sure I'm doing right by you. I don't want to do too much, and I don't want to do too little. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And sometimes, it takes a moment to determine what's right. If I have the right, if I've written the right prescription, it takes a moment. But I'm concerned when I'm starting off with information that makes me think, oh, if I don't have the right information, I might be prescribing too much, or I may be prescribing too little, and that makes me uncomfortable. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so you tell me how you're doing.
I mean, I'm good. Like I've been doing like what I normally do throughout the day, be with my family and everything. I've been smoking, drinking, doing anything. So
You said you have not been.
no, man.
Okay, because it sounds like you faded out a little bit, and it sounds like you said I've been smoking, drinking,
I
and
said I have not.
everything. Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's why I followed up. You said you have not. All right, Miss Cleveland did send me a message this morning that your recent tests came back, and the one thing I was truly concerned about that it was not present, and I'm really glad about that. I'm concerned about all substances. Let me say that. Okay.
The THC will be out my system in a minute. It's just
Yeah.
slowly going down.
Okay, so I don't want you to think, okay, the judge is good, so I could do something else. I'm concerned about all substances, but I'm gonna tell you, I was very happy to hear about the other substance not being there. And so how difficult has that been for you?
Honestly, it haven't been difficult at all. I just want the opportunity to prove that I could, take responsibility and do it myself.
Well, I don't know if you can do it yourself because you're here, and that means you couldn't do it yourself.
I mean, I get that part. I'm talking about like just on the outs and everything. I get what you're saying though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hearing all the testimonies or whatever from the day or whatever. Like, it got to be a good program. Everybody seem happy. Everybody smiling.
Well, you just caught a good day because everybody, I don't want you to think everybody be smiling all the time. It's a good day. But
Yeah.
I do want you to know that everybody started from somewhere. And while it may have been uncomfortable, you heard me talk about that a little bit this morning with Mr. Pringle, one of our veterans. While it may have been uncomfortable, they did the work. And if you do the work, this, in spite of the discomfort, then you do get to a better place. And so I hope that that's where you are, that you're willing to do the work.
I'm willing to do the work.
All right, very good. Have you been to work this week or since the last time I've seen you?
Twice. It costs a lot to get out there. I'm thinking about like finding something closer because I gotta catch a lift. I'm not trying to like get no driving on suspended or nothing.
Don't do
And
it.
I was thinking I'd roll you up. It's not worth it.
All right, give us an opportunity to work out with your ticket, to work on them. As long as you're working the program, give the attorneys an opportunity to look at your SOS, Secretary of State record, and tell you what you need to do in order to work on getting a license, okay? So
Okay.
until then, hold off. Even if you need to look for something closer in. And Ms. Cleveland, we may have some other leads or what have you, but right now, what I really want your focus to be, Mr. Lewis, is working on you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I have your commitment to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss Cleveland did inbox me or did chat with me about a recommendation that's been made, Mr. Vikens and Mr. Reed. And so because, and I need to make the record, because the assessment that's been given from Detroit Recovery Project, as well as the assessment for the Needs Plus, and we had some extensive conversation about that in staff, and I'm not going to place all of that on the record. I'm going to give Mr. Lewis an opportunity to do the intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to give him the opportunity to do that. Now, Ms. Cleveland, I need to know what that looks like. I need to know what that encompasses because Mr. Lewis really needs to focus in on working on himself and the issue that brought him before this court. And Mr. Lewis, look, I need your word that you're going to work at it. I don't need your word that you're going to be perfect. I need your word that you're going to work at it.
You got my word.
All right. All right. I have your word. Give me just 1 second. I need 1 second.
Looks like it's nice outside, Mr. Lewis? Is the sun
Yeah, it
out?
feels good out here today.
Okay, not too. Does it look like it's gonna rain though, you think, pretty soon?
No, not right now.
Oh, good.
I don't think so. It's cloudy. It's cloudy though, but like it feels great outside today.
I might take a little walk, go get a sandwich.
Sound good.
Yeah, because yesterday I was thrown off a little by that. I think it was raining last night or something.
You doing all right today, Miss Cleveland? That's
So
good.
much. Glad to see you here too. Mute, I think, Judge.
There we go. Now I'm back on the record. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, Mr. Lewis, I have your commitment. I'm going to take your word. Look, we have to start this relationship off with some level of trust. You don't know me and I don't know you. But I'm going to start off trusting you that you are going to work. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I need you to trust that any decision that I make about you is going to be for your good, to get you to where I know you should be.
I appreciate that.
All right. So let's do it. We're going to do that. So, Ms. Cleveland, I'm Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens. I don't know if you need to add anything, but I'm going to allow him to do the intensive outpatient treatment along with the random testing. I think he's testing 3 times a week. Is that correct, Ms. Cleveland?
Yes, he should be, Your Honor. I'm going to make sure. Yes.
I am.
All right, as he should be. Very good. And then we'll go from there. How about that, Mr. Lewis?
Sound good.
All right.
I'm
Yes, Ms.
Your
Cleveland,
Honor,
go ahead.
I just want you to know, he does have one pending that's has not reported yet.
Ms. Cleveland, you have a horrible connection.
I don't know what's. I'm so sorry. Hold on, just one moment. I'm sorry.
Or is that the wind from where Mr. Lewis is? I'm gonna mute him for a second. All right, Ms. Cleveland,
Can you hear me okay, Your Honor, now?
that's better.
Okay, because I tried to switch the side to just make sure. I think Mr. Morgan also is maybe on Zoom or something. That impacts it sometimes. I apologize.
That's okay.
But he does have one pending. He had a pending screen that's got. I don't have the results for those yet.
Yes.
I talked to him yesterday. He has been doing those meetings that you asked for him to do, the 12-step, and he should be writing those down. He's been documenting. I'm waiting for his I just sent him over one of those log sheets. So he's going to send that over because I don't know if you remember, but he was required to do a 12-step every day until court today. So he had been doing that. So he appears to me that he is his effort and his engagement has increased quite a bit since his last court date. And I think he appears to be on a good path right now.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Lewis, I'm going to ask you to unmute for me. You've been attending your meetings every day as I've instructed you to.
I miss Sunday.
You miss Sunday? Why you miss Sunday? Every Sunday is a day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I ain't want to lie to you.
Every day, I want you to attend a meeting every day that ends in day.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And I want you to do that for 30 days. So you've already gotten a week under your belt every day. There's a reason why I have you doing that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I need you to write down where you go or where you attend and what you've learned from those meetings. Have you been doing that?
I didn't take notes, but I took notes yesterday after I talked to Miss Cleveland when I went to the NA class.
All right, I need you to keep a log of your meetings, okay? The date, where you did it, and what did you take from the meeting? Or what did you give to the meeting? If you took nothing, you can say nothing. It happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
All right, did you learn something from the meeting yesterday?
Honestly, everybody just being there talking about like how thankful and everything they is for the meeting. And like don't nobody really tell no real stories like that. So it's just like everybody just be like glad they got like somebody to fellowship with that's going through the same thing. So
well, hopefully you'll get to that point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where you're glad that you can have a circle of people that are trying to do the same thing that you're doing, that you're trying to do, right?
It feel okay.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything you'd like to add?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Lewis, just work the program. We talked in the breakout room, and I told you what you needed to do. We believe you can do it. You said you can do it. Just work the program. Thank you, and be safe, Mr. Lewis. Be safe.
You too. Appreciate that, man.
And
All right.
Your Honor, if I could add, Mr. Lewis, I think you have a great attitude and you have a great approach to this. Keep up the good work. We're here for you. It's not easy, but if you need to reach out to us, we are here. We really are. You're not alone in this, and we'll be there for you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, very good, Mr. Lewis. Do you have any questions for me or for any of the team members at this time?
Miss Cleveland gonna give me a call or let me know what to do next sometime today. How that's gonna work?
Yes, I'll
And I
call
know
him, Your Honor.
at the Detroit Recovery Program, I think I'm supposed to contact Mr. Killens after I got out of court, or the court contact them. How that works?
Well,
Okay.
I will reach out to him and make sure that he's following his path because they did the intake there. It's just that he has to now meet his counselor.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. So you should get a call from Miss Cleveland when she's finished with me on this morning, okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Good to see you, Mr. Lewis. Look, I'm proud of you. You've had 1 week. You've not picked up anything. I'm proud of you. Let's do it one day at a time, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, take care. I'll see you next week.
Have a good day.
Okay, you too. All right. I am ready to call the remainder of my docket for today, and then we'll talk about how we'll proceed with the other days. Let's do it. I do want to thank the staff, Ms. Wilson and Mr. Morgan, Ms. Drew, for you all cleaning up the courtroom before I get on so that I don't spend the first 10, 15 minutes cleaning up the courtroom, shuffling people around. I appreciate it. I do. All right. With that, I'm ready to call the remainder of the docket. I have Tatiana Chilcutt, 1904-446901, 1904-531-301. What's going on with Ms. Chilcutt? Oh, go ahead.
Your Honor, I think Mr. Morgan is on the phone in there. So I'm not exactly sure if he's able to report, but I hear him talking on the phone in there. I don't even know if he's on here. You want me to just have him come back to you? Or let him know to come on to the, you want him to come on now?
You know what? Let me tell him I'm calling docket now.
Okay.
Yeah, he just texted me about another case. I think he's in Judge Bryan's room doing some screening. And so, Ms. Drew, if you've unmuted,
Yes.
do you know what's going on with Tatiana Chilcutt?
I do not. I didn't get any word on that today.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. Let me go on to Mr. Forrester. I have Sean Forrester, 200-573-4001. Mr. Yancey, what's going on with Mr. Forrester?
Yes, Your Honor. We probably need to put a warrant out. I did talk to his father, and then I talked to his brother, one of his brothers. And supposedly he lives with his father. So they didn't know where he was. They said they would definitely get a message to him. I know the little bit of time I did talk to him, he really didn't want to come into the program. He is on probation at 16th Circuit, and he does have a domestic violence case pending. So I can't say I know where he is because his family doesn't know where he is. So that's the best I can do. I got his father and then his brother separately.
All right, very good.
Now, if I find out that he's an inpatient somewhere, then I'll let you know, and then maybe we can do something else. But right now, it's going to have to be a warrant.
All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikings, anything?
Judge, is he a referral from Judge Bryant? He's not in drug.
Yes.
Foreman, but I am still going to issue the warrant with a remand, Mr. Reed, because he was sent to drug treatment court because of his drug use. As a matter of fact, his underlying charge is continued substance use violation. And so I'm concerned about his health and his safety at this point, because it's my understanding that he really needs inpatient treatment. So I am going to issue a warrant for his arrest, and it will be a remand to Judge Holmes. And of course, Mr. Yancey, if you find out that he's in inpatient treatment, I still want that warrant to go forward, then I will take the necessary steps to set it aside, but it needs to go in the system because I need to make sure he's good. Okay.
I'll continue to look for him, Your Honor.
All right. Make sure you get that warrant to Ms. Drew for me. All right. Wonderful. Mr. Morgan, I called Tatiana Chilcutt 1904-446901 and 1904-531-301. Where's Ms. Chilcutt?
Mr. Griffin, you didn't get a judge update? I sent you all that information from me. I'm gonna give it to you, Judge. I talked to Ms. Chilcutt. She tested negative for COVID. She started back testing yesterday. Her test at ATS was negative. She's scheduled for ARM for June 5th and 6th in person. She has started back her treatment programs via Zoom. So she's doing good. Her next date will be May 25th at 8:30 with you, Judge. So mine was a face-to-face with her today.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. We did Ms. Hudson. I have Ralph Keith, SP 1030761. Mr. Keith was scheduled for a face-to-face.
Your Honor, he's a vet.
He's a vet, yeah.
Okay. My new intake.
I'm sorry.
He's a vet and he was a new intake on Friday. So I just have to talk to him again, just to make sure that he's doing all the stuff that he's supposed to be doing.
Okay, so he was not scheduled for a face-to-face. I think you asked me if you could do it.
Just to talk to him as opposed to, because he didn't have like the full week to get all of those things put together. So I just have to reach out and speak with him again. That's all.
All right, so I'm bringing him back on the 11th of May at 8:30?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, very good. Yeah, he didn't have enough time to get everything together. Very good. Those are the only cases. Nope, I'm sorry. I have Pilar Macklin, case number 18N6213.
Yes, Your Honor. She's phase 2 and she would be coming back to court on May 25th, 2021 for Zoom.
All right. Did you talk with her?
Not yet. We usually talk after court. So I'm just going to reach out to her after court.
May 25th, you said?
25th. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. 8:30. All right. Very good. That ends the docket for May 4th. And so did I miss anything on May 4th?
For some reason, I have Mr. Hamilton on mine. Was he supposed to be in today?
Yes, I did. I skipped Mr. Hamilton, 200-579-3601. Thank you, Ms. Drew, for DeMonte Hamilton. Who has Mr. Hamilton this morning?
Judge, he didn't answer the phone yesterday. And I called him twice, Judge. So we're gonna have to put a warrant out for him.
Mr. Hamilton, are you kidding me? All right, Mr. Morgan, I'm putting a warrant out for Mr. Hamilton's arrest. I am very much so concerned about Mr. Hamilton. He's had a drive-by shooting. He's had COVID. The longest COVID patient I've ever seen. But he's yeah. And you know, he admitted that he was drinking and now he's not appeared. I'm going to place it with the remand to Judge Holmes. But look, I need y'all to still try to reach out to Mr. Hamilton. But I want the warrant to go in the system today. But I need you all to continue to reach out to Mr. Hamilton. I'm inclined to do the ride with the police to pick up Mr. Hamilton. I'm here with Mr. Hamilton. All right. The warrant goes in for Mr. Hamilton. All right. Did I miss anybody else?
I'll update Mr. Morgan what you said. I know he's talking to Judge Bryant.
Okay, very good. Nothing I missed. All right. I do not see Mr. Griffin. Mr. Morgan's not here. Are you all ready for me to call the remainder of the docket?
I'll send Mr. Griffin a message.
For Wednesday?
I'm here, Judge.
Oh, there you are.
Been working behind the scenes this morning, but I'm here.
I hear you. I thank
heard
you.
everything that y'all did this morning, so I'm here.
We talking about you though. Did you hear us talking about you?
I'm listening.
Not me.
All right. All right. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Are you all ready to go through that?
I have all my dates. I got the dates and stuff, and I'm basically made contact with everybody and continue to make contact with the people that I haven't caught up with. But I'm ready if the rest of the team is. So I told them to get the dates and ready on the future dates and stuff like that. And I let Miss Drew know that we'll be emailing her and sending those dates to her, as we get them. But so if the rest of the team is ready.
To get them now.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got I basically contacted everybody yesterday and today. So
all right, Mr. Yancey and Miss Cleveland, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's do it. These are dates. We are going to be in a judicial conference, and then on Monday, y'all be on vacation. Yes, I am. I'll be right. Yeah. And so we're going to make sure everybody's squared away. But look, you all know vacation doesn't mean anything. When there's a problem in specialty court, I will be available other than my flight time. I will be available. I'm flying very early in the morning. And so you should be able to reach me on both days, going and coming back after like 11 o'clock a.m. Detroit time, because I'll be on Central Time. So please, by all means, reach out to me. Let's do it. I'm on Wednesday. I have the following case number Z808-0571 for Ronnie Griffin.
Your Honor, Ronnie Griffin should not be on that day. He should be on. He was supposed to be on Thursday, the 6th. However, that's the one that we talked about, Ms. Drew. I think because it got X'd out or something, we couldn't put him on the 6th. He's not a mental health case. He's a drug treatment court case. So he should have been on the 6th. But when we tried to change it for the 6th, then it was something going on where she couldn't enter the entry. I don't know if they've been blocked off.
They have the days blocked off.
Right, he's blocked off. So I need a return. Yeah. Is he an intake? Is he going to be an intake, or he's already done his intake?
He's already done his intake. He would be coming back on the 13th, Your Honor.
Okay, so May 13th, Ms. Cleveland at 8:30?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. I have, and then, while we're talking about that, docket changes. I know that I asked you all to go to Ms. Drew and do docket changes. From now on, I need to make sure I go to Ms. Drew with the docket changes. It's not fair to her, because then I don't communicate with her. And Ms. Drew, my apologies. That's a huge disconnect. So when I tell you all to do docket changes and tell Ms. Drew, you all remind me, be nice to me though. That Judge, you have to let Ms. Drew know that there's a docket change, because that's not fair to her. I'll be jacking up the docket. All right, very good. All right, here we go. I have case number 1904-655-201 for Ryan Hollins. What's Mr. Hollins' return to court date? He's going to do a face-to-face. What's his return to court date?
That would be May 19th, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, at 8:30, thank you.
Yes.
And then I have U315-58016. This is for Tatiana Morris. This was an arraignment on the bench warrant. So Ms. Drew, in order for her to get notice on time, I am going to schedule her out 3 weeks. Can you give me what that date will be?
Yes, I can. It will be, let's see, we are on, today is the 4th. The 25th of May, Judge.
All right, May 24th, 2021 at 8:30. 25th. Okay, 25th at 8:30 a.m. Please make sure that notice gets out to Ms. Morris.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have U995-78313 for Edwina Sykes.
Your Honor, that's my case. I got Ms. Sykes coming back next week, May the 14th, because I wanted to discuss with you, because her release date is from inpatient treatment at, so I want to know, was it all right for her to go back to, where's she at? She's at a place.
Positive Images.
Positive Images. So they still have her apartment and everything there. Or whatever. She's at G3. Yeah, she's at G3 right now, Your Honor. And so Yeah, for inpatient. So she's going to be coming up on her 29 days next week. So I just wanted to make sure they held her apartment and stuff from her. So I'm going to want to make contact over there with her and try to get on a good path. And then if we have to go a different route, I'll go a different route. But I have her coming back next week to see you on May the 14th, Your Honor. So I didn't want to go no 2 weeks out or anything like that. I wanted to bring her right back next week. So that'll be next Friday.
All right, very good. Ms. Cleveland?
I think we're live, Your Honor, still. I see live on
Because
YouTube.
we're still in court, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes,
Sorry about
ma'am.
that.
All right, so don't y'all cut up.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Make sure you follow up with me.
Okay.
And I'll listen for your recommendation as well.
Okay.
All right, very good. I have SX 376-25722 for Robert Walters.
Yes, Your Honor, that's mine, and that will also be May 19th, Your Honor, at, I don't know why they say 8:30, but that should be 9:30.
At 9:30. If it's on Wednesday, our docket does not start till 9:30 on Wednesdays because we staff in the mornings at 8:30.
So that Ryan Hollins is 9:30, not 8:30.
All right, very good. You got that, Ms. Drew?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. I have case number 200-617-3501 for Christopher Artis.
That's mine also, Your Honor. That'll be May 19th, also at 9:30.
Wonderful. 200-440-8801 for Ryan Blarick.
Your Honor, Mr. Blair could be coming back on June the 2nd at 9:30 a.m. He's in phase 3. Yep,
Yes,
I talked to him. Yep, and he's doing very well.
Very good. All right. 19055-62501 for Taitha Brown.
Your Honor, she will be coming back. She's phase 1, 5/19.
May 19th, 2021 at 9:30.
Yes,
Very good. And Mr. Blarick is at 9:30 as well, if I didn't say that. All right. I have 200-5899-201 for Stacy Cooper.
That's mine, Your Honor. She slowed that marijuana down, but she'll also be May 19th. I'm sorry.
Forget at 9:30.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. She decided to smoke marijuana. I want y'all to know my niece down in Louisiana, who's an attorney, she watched it and asked me, Auntie, was there a lady smoking weed in your courtroom? That I'm mad that you are on Zoom watching this stuff, on YouTube watching this stuff. And yeah, so yeah, Mr. Dancy, get your client under control, okay?
I'm trying to, Your Honor.
Yeah, you ought to tell your niece we're in Detroit on the east side, so.
Mr. Griffin, I will tell her that too. I will see her Friday. I will tell her that. All right. Let's go to Devin Crunk, 1904661-901.
That's mine, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Crunk. He's testing. He called me the other day. So he'll be coming back May the 19th, Your Honor, at 9:30 a.m.
All right. He's doing well.
Yep, he's doing okay. He called me actually on a Saturday because he said they was trying to charge him $29 to test. And I told him, let him know that he's sobriety court, that he should only be paying $12 for the ETG. So.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you. All right.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Crump, it's May 19th, 2021 at 9:30.
Thank you.
All right. I have 200-555-9301 for Jamal Harris Van Leer.
That's mine also, Your Honor. I talked to him also. He'll be coming back on May the 19th also, Your Honor, at 9:30 a.m.
All right. Very good. I have 200-561-2601 for Catherine Holiday.
Your Honor, she's phase 1 and she would be coming back May 19th at 9:30 a.m.
Wonderful. I have the following matters. We got good news about Brenda Holly. Good news for Brenda Holly. U 455-41818, U 471-92018, U 563-14020, U 581-00520, U 581-00720, and U 510-99019, and case number 197084351. I did receive, that's all for Brenda Holly. I did receive notification that she has in fact been received at Walter Reuther, and she is getting the appropriate treatment. Hats off to the team for getting this work done. Yeah, I mean, that's a win on our mental health board docket. I love Miss Holly, and I hate to see her face when she asked me, am I going somewhere, anywhere but here?
Right.
So yes, and I'm so glad. I am going to schedule Miss Holly for Tuesday, Miss Drew, Tuesday the 11th, or I'm sorry, it should be Wednesday the 12th. And that will be for the people to make their motion for dismissals as to Miss Holly's case. I believe that's what they're going to do on May 12th at 9:30 a.m. Great job, team. You all made it happen, and I appreciate it. She will not be on the street. She's going to get the help she needs. All right. Let's do it. I have you 471-20418, case number 1804583-601, SP 103606661, SP 929417, counts 1 and 2. All of these are for Regina Howard Matthews.
Your Honor, that's my case. She'll be coming back on May the 26th. I have made contact with her, and she was on the process of getting housing. So she had, when the last time I talked to her, she was on the phone with the housing administration. So she should be having housing placement. So I will have a follow-up for you before then, as far as her housing.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. I see that there's somebody, Marion Smith, that's joined us. They need to call the courtroom because we don't have any cases that start at 10:42 a.m. So Miss Wilson, if you could put the courtroom number in the chat. Marion Smith, please call the courtroom, speak with my clerk. She will give you directions as to where you need to be because you're not on my docket for today. We want to get you squared away. All right. I have you 262-63215 for Edwina Sykes.
Yeah, we gave her a date for that. She's on there twice. She got 2 different cases. They were just listed.
So she's
They're
good.
listed. Yep, they're listed in different places, Your Honor.
All right, let's put Miss Sykes on it. Miss Sykes shouldn't be on a Wednesday.
No,
All
she's back on Friday. Yeah, May the 14th. I think that Thursday, because it was blocked, that they went to Wednesday. So
got it. All right, thank you. So this will go with the rest of her cases. Very good. And then I have case number 1904519-601 for John Vincent Tainer.
Your Honor, he's phase 2, and he would be coming back May 26, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. And all of my, the people that are on my docket for Wednesday, I have appointments for all of them tomorrow to speak with them face to face. And I also wanted to ask if you got the text message that I sent about Miss White, Miss Antamisha White.
No, I have not read any text messages this morning. I've been on the record. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to look at it.
Yes. I need some direction.
Issue?
Well,
yeah,
no,
it was yesterday. Yeah.
it's very important. There's a medical issue.
Oh, yes, I did. That was yesterday, not today.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, I thought I responded to that. But Miss Cleveland, I'm concerned about her. I need some dates. I need some documentation to substantiate what she's saying. And she needs to test ASAP.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
And even if while she's at the hospital, she can ask for it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I thought I responded to that. My apologies if I didn't.
No, that's all right. Yep.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I have case number 20S00648 for Jacob Rose.
That's mine, Your Honor, Mr. Rose. He's going to be coming back on May 19th at 9:30.
All right, very good. And those are all of the cases that I have for May 5th. Did I miss anybody?
Judge, is there a Howlands on your docket?
We called Mr. Hollins. Oh, you know what? I think I put Mr. Hollins with Miss Holly. My apologies. Let me clear that up, Mr. Reed. Thank you. U51099019 and case number 197084351 for, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm still doing it wrong. I have U51099019 for Monet Holland.
Nay, yes.
Okay, Monet is scheduled for a pretrial.
Yes, Judge. That's one of those entertainment. Are you going to adjourn? Are we going to adjourn that or?
Yes, I'll need to, and I need to put it out for 3 weeks. And so let's put Miss Hollins, Monet Hollins. What did you give me that 3-week date as? May
25th.
May 25th, 2021
Yes.
at 8:30.
Okay.
And then I also have 19708-4351 for Ryan Hollins.
That's mine, Your Honor. He just has 2 cases in 2 different spots on the docket, but he's for 519 because he's on like the front page and the second page.
So he's in the 8:30 slot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Hollins would be May 19th, 2021 at 9:30.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Did I miss anything else? Thank you, Mr. Reed. Did I miss anything else? All right.
No, ma'am.
Let's see how quickly we can get through Thursday's docket. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, just give me dates. Just give me dates unless the person has a problem. Just give me dates. All right, here we go. 1205736-901 for Joe Adams.
January 13th. No, I'm just playing.
We are still streaming live, Mr. Morgan.
520.
Don't cut up.
5/20/21.
May 20th. All right, very good. I have, and all of these are at 8:30, unless it's for a face-to-face, which is, these should not be. All right, I have Z8056901 for Alonda Arrington.
6/3/21.
Give me the month. Give me the month. That's gonna
I'm sorry. June 3rd.
2021. All right, thank you. SP 791-8741 for Latasha Bennett. I also have SX 202-73681 and case number 14058-16601. Latasha Bennett.
Your Honor, it'll be May the 20th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, very good. I have 190446341 for Sarah Blades.
June 3rd, 21.
All right, thank you. Z795-999 for John Doherty, and that's an arraignment on the bench warrant. Miss Drew, I need you to find out, or Mr. Morgan, has he ever been referred to specialty court? If he has not, he needs to be placed on the alpha judge's docket.
He has not.
Can we get the ROA? Can we get the ROA on that?
Oh, I already saw it, Mr. Reed. He has not pled yet. It needs to go to the alpha judge.
All right.
I sure will.
I needed to go to the alpha judge. All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have SP 826-7781 and 1906-032601 for Tony Harris. Who has Tony Harris?
I think that's probably Miss Robs.
All right, can y'all give me a date for Miss Tony Harris?
If she's in phase 2, it would be, it's 2 weeks from now.
The
20th. The 20th.
May 20th.
All right, so let's put it for May 20th. Somebody do a face-to-face with her though, okay?
Yes.
Checking on her. All right, 1704-54708 for Gregory Hawkins.
Mr. Hawkins is still in phase 1. He would be coming back on the 20th.
May 20th?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. SP 102-11891 and U390. Yeah, 45817 for Stephanie Henson.
Your Honor, she'd be graduating May 11th, Tuesday, May 11th at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. SP 9584343 for Devin Jones.
May 27th, 8:30.
All right. Case number SP 11050221 and case number Z8071371 for Ariane Kennedy.
She would be graduating, Your Honor, on May 11th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. 200-555-5101 for Vida Larson.
Your Honor, she's in phase 1. She would be coming back on May 20th 2021.
Very good. U 440-38508 for Andrea Mulatho. And that is for a review. I don't believe it is drug treatment court. And so I'd like to push her out to next week.
Yep, Your Honor, she came back to drug court. We letting her be supervisor, so she's making monthly payments. She has another case in Macomb County, so she's on track. She was a former drug court case, but we, yeah. So you said you wanted to see her every 30 days, but if you want to see her, I didn't put a date down for her. I kind of left it open, so I didn't know what you wanted to do. That you wanted to bring her back?
Bring her back next week. I want to put eyes on her. I want to see how she's doing. So what would next Thursday be? The 13th?
May the 13th, Your Honor.
All right, May 13th, 2021 at 30. Make sure you get that message to her, Mr. Griffin. I'm sure you will.
Yep, I got her.
All right. U 563-53420 for Amanda Pauley.
Your Honor, she will be graduating on May 11th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. 19044720001 for Gregory Richardson.
Your Honor, Mr. Richardson will be coming back June the 3rd at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. 200-564-2801 for Mr. Cifuentes.
May 20th, 21.
All right, very good. 200-559-5001 for Brandon Smith.
May 20th, 21.
Thank you. U 534-45519 for Christy Zacher.
Your Honor, that's a Miss Rob case, and I wanted to bring her back. I think Miss Robs will be back next week, that Friday on May the 14th, because she had just got an inpatient treatment. So I've been talking with her and working with her, but I like to have eyes on her. So you haven't saw her. So May the 14th, Your Honor, next Friday.
All right, sounds good to me. Thank you. I have 19C41492 for Braylon Russell.
Your Honor, she's still in phase 1. She would be coming back May 20th, 2021.
Wonderful. 20L03079FD for Sharice Bavell.
Miss Bavell will be coming back, Your Honor, May the 20th at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. 2012977 for Lakeisha Anderson.
Your Honor, Miss Anderson will be coming back May the 20th at 8:30 a.m.
Great. I have Z800891 for Nicole Colbert.
May 20th, 21.
All right, and put Miss Colbert down for 9:00 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have the following matters for Alan Caston, SP 1056848, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 105727, count 9, counts 2 and 3. Case number SP 14218, counts, let's strike that. SP 142181, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 1421821, case number Z80669441, case number 126345121, and case number SP 105-72791, all for Alan Caston.
Your Honor, he would be coming back May 27th, 2021.
At 8:30, wonderful. All right, and then I have 1905-951-001 for Anthony Wallace.
May 27th at 8:30.
May 27th, I got it. All right, that's it for Thursday. Anything, did I miss anything?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to Friday. Friday, May 7th. I have the following. And these are all arraignments on the bench warrant. And so, Ms. Drew, I'm going to call those very quickly. U 156-18914 and U 161-58114 for Christian White. I am going to adjourn that arraignment to, I believe you said May 24th, 2021. 25th. I keep saying 24th. May 25th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. and make sure that notice goes out. And then I have case number Z80705001 For LaVon Wilson, that's also an arraignment on the bench warrant. I'm adjourning it to May 25th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Please make sure that notice goes out as well. And now, if you all are still with me, I am going to go to Monday's docket that Ms. Drew has sent to me. And here we go. All right, Monday's docket, we in good shape, y'all. All right, Monday, the first case is an arraignment on the bench warrant U487-08118 for Jennifer Brown. I'm going to adjourn the arraignment on the bench warrant. Ms. Drew, what would be that Monday date for 3 weeks?
That's a holiday, Your Honor, so we moved to June the 1st.
June 1st it is, yes.
That
No
Tuesday,
June holiday.
yeah. That Tuesday.
All right, very good. June 1st, 2021 at 8:30. And then Tiffany Coleman, Z805-8541. Mr. Yancey, when is Miss Coleman coming back?
I'm gonna move her to later in the week so you can see her May 13th at 8:30.
All right, put her on for May 13th, Ms. Drew. Thank you.
Okay.
200-568-4301 for Brandon Gilkey.
Mr. Gilkey will be coming back June the 1st, Your Honor, at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful, thank you. 1706-128-501. Daisha Smith. Nobody want to talk about Daisha Smith?
That's Miss Rob.
Miss Rob, I believe.
All right. Ms. Smith is scheduled for a Monday.
She should be on a Friday, so.
I'd like to see her that Friday of the week of May 10th. Is that possible?
So May the 14th?
May 14th.
May 14th, somebody get that message to Ms. Smith. If Ms. Smith interrupts my vacation, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. You know, she's interrupted my last vacation in February of 2020. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm gonna take that call. That Ms. Smith, she know I love her too. Oh my goodness. All right, we working with her. Let's do it. I have case number SP 100-60802, SP 961-8881, case number 19058800901 for Marquell Todd. Mr. Griffin.
Mr. Todd will be coming back June the 1st, Your Honor, at 8:30 a.m. He's doing well.
Wonderful. Tell him I'm rooting for him. All right. I have Z806-0361 for Chantel Walker.
Ms. Walker's doing well also, Your Honor. She'll be coming back June the 1st also at 8:30 a.m.
Wonderful. And then last on the docket for Monday, May 10th is I have case number 2000059FD and case number 2000059FD. Seems like that's the same case number. Okay. For Brian Mansell. When is Mr. Mansell coming back?
Your Honor, that's Miss Rob's case, and I'm asking if he can come back on May 24th. He's phase 1. May 24th.
All right. May 24th, 2021 at 8:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. That's all that I have on the docket for Monday, May the 10th. Did I miss anything?
You missed one, Your Honor.
Oh.
And
Neil Smith.
Neil Smith.
Where's Mr. Smith? For
Under
Monday?
Deja Smith.
Oh, I see. I call them Smiths together. We have all the Griffins and all the Smiths. All right, here we go. I sure did. So here we go for Neil Smith, Z806-6171. Neil Smith. When is Neil Smith coming back?
5/24. Can we give him 9:30?
All right, May 24th at 9:30 a.m. for Neil Smith.
Okay.
Did I miss anyone else?
No, ma'am.
Nobody else? All right, very good. You all are awesome. Look, tomorrow, use that time, connect with the folks that are on the specialty court Wednesday docket. Do what you need to do. And then on Thursday and Friday, hey, officer, I see you. I don't know when you in, out, whatever. So,
I don't know either at this point.
I don't have time to figure all that out. Y'all doing too much for me. But anyway, that's okay. When I come back from vacation, we'll get it together. All right. And so Thursday and Friday, you all know Thursday I'm in mandatory training. But if you need me, I'm available. Reach out to me. Friday, I'm traveling in the morning. So if you need me, you'll have to either catch me very early, my flight is at 8, or catch me after 11 o'clock Detroit time. But then I will have landed and I will take your call. And then on Monday, I'm still out on vacation, but I am available. I land in Detroit about 11 o'clock. So you can call me after 11 o'clock Detroit time. So don't try to spare me on vacation. Just, you know, it is what it is. A specialty court. Do we really get a vacation? All right. That's relative, right, Mr. Griffin?
Yeah, and Judge, I talked to Nolan Johnson. He called me last night. He went into the hospital. They hospitalized him last night. So he was sending me, I talked to his mom also because he was very sick. So I'll be getting another update from him today from COVID. So.
All right. So this is what I'd like to do, Mr. Griffin. No, I did not put the warrants in the system for him. Is that
No,
correct?
we stopped it. Yeah, we put another
information.
date. Yeah, we got him coming back on the 11th.
All right. I'm just glad he's alive and well and still engaged in his treatment. Thank you for that information, Mr. Griffin. I appreciate it. All right. If nothing else, you all do well. Yes.
Judge, just one public service. Tomorrow, we won't be in the court. I won't be there, but it is Cinco de Mayo Day, so I'm going to Cinco de Mayo. I'm wishing everyone happy Cinco de Mayo. And all of our participants and viewers, if you're celebrating, be safe. Be safe, because we are in COVID. We have a community celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I'm celebrating with a meal. I'm going to eat guacamole and shrimp and everything. But thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, be safe. Everybody's laughing. Be safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask, keep your distance, and please go and get the vaccine. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. It's worth it. It is worth it.
Both of my daughters got their second shot yesterday. So our family fully vaccinated.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Griffin, look at you. Thank you. Tell those
Judge
girls
Holmes,
thank you.
And Judge Holmes, let Judge Bryant know that my baby crossed AKA this past Friday. So my wife got 2 legacies. So
I'm gonna go ahead and let her know. I mean,
let Judge Bryant know my wife got 2 legacies. So.
I still love them. They still some spectacular young ladies. I do. They went the way they went, but yeah. All right.
So let Judge Bryant know.
I will let Judge Bryant know, and I'll have to listen to her rub it in my face for like 5 to 7 minutes. She's gonna do a whole step show, and she's gonna go put on her paraphernalia and FaceTime me. And yeah, y'all go through way too much with that. But I'm gonna let her know. I promise you, I'm gonna let her know. All right, y'all. Look, take advantage of this time that y'all gonna have away from me. Enjoy it. Y'all better not enjoy it too much, because I'll be back on Tuesday. All right.
All right, Judge, have a safe vacation.
Yes, have a safe vacation.
And happy Mother's Day to all our mothers and those
Happy Mother's Day.
Everybody's life as mothers. Happy Mother's Day to you all.
Yes.
All right. All right. Be well. I'll see you all too.